Do people often think you're dumb? r/INTP. Ha 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 ha. People are such silly little billies sometimes. **INTPs get stomped for not pretending**. I forget sometimes just how dishonest other people can be with such silly little petty things, as if every person should realistically be expected to know every detail of everything ever. And if you don't, then FVCK, you dumbbaz. You are going to hell for that. LOL. So stupid. INTPs tend to have very different definitions of sufficient with most shit. My example is words. Each word has its book definition, S, the asterisk denotation, S, asterisk. But then words are also like living, breathing things that get imbued with all this popular, cultural baggage, the asterisk connotations asterisk. I don't even understand what communism or fascism even means when other people bring it up most of the time. It seems like everybody has a different, fragmented definition. How can anyone even pretend to have a conversation about something when the perceptions of the common ground are so Schrödingered? So sometimes I'll ask people to clarify the definition of a word I already understand well. And for that, I'm apparently the single biggest idiot on this planet. Yes, I know what that word means. But I'm actually trying to understand you with considerate precision, and that word has like 5 interpretations. You failed to be precise. It's not my fault, man. FVCK. It's at moments like these when I think to myself, silly fking humans, lol. Damn, this is nuts. I was actually gonna make a post about this exact thing you're talking about a few weeks ago, but it took too much typing and I ended up deleting it. I agree with you 110%. I always end up irritating people because I always try to establish what their definitions are to the words they try to use when discussing nearly anything. It's funny because I just realized I also never force my own definitions upon them. I ask them their definitions and evaluate their points from there, and I refrain from correcting them unless it's necessary for a statement or argument. But you're so right, people love to have their own definitions for everything. Especially, like you said, with words like fascism and communism that just get tossed around in the political echo chambers and end up trickling down into the ears of those who actually know nothing on the subject other than anyone who disagrees with them is a fascist or communist. I really wondered if other INTPs experienced this too, or at least thought it was as big of an issue as I thought it was. Really glad to see someone else say it too. Dumb. No. Scatterbrained and impractical. Different matter. Honestly, I only get called dumb by people who I would personally call downright fucking stupid. They're usually just jealous and try and find one thing they can use to devalue my intelligence. At this point in my life I find the behavior humorous. Like when your 3-year-old cousin won't share a toy he's not playing with. Like, bro, are you serious? It's best to ignore such comments and or people. Not explicitly, but it definitely felt that way occasionally in the past. The problem is that I think a lot about different ideas and concepts, and honestly something like an audit, seriously what is it, probably just holds no interest to me. Besides, I don't consider mundane knowledge to be intelligence, but rather abstract thinking and conceptualization. If people call you dumb for asking for a word's meaning, first of all they are ignorant, second of all they are insecure, third of all they are trying to gain social status over you. They're wrong, but then again you shouldn't hold it against them. Exercise forgiveness. Then, let it go. For me, it's the way I project myself on certain groups of friends. They can see me as dumb, but I know what I am capable of. Sometimes when people see you don't have an understanding of the point of topic that is being discussed, then they assume you're dumb as a stick, when in reality, we as INTPs invest in things that either are of real interest to us or something we want to pursue to learn about. Outside of that, I may have little understanding in the topic being talked about or don't show much interest in. But for my friends' sake I will ask quite simple-minded questions to make them feel good about themselves intellectually, haha. Yes, but more of I overthink simple concepts and end up looking stupid, but in general no, probably due to my appearance. People tend to do this in order to make them feel better about themselves. You see it in all kinds of different contexts. OMG, you haven't read this book. You have to read this book. Insert movie, TV show, food, beer. People enjoy being in a position of being in the know, and the less often they get the chance to do that, the more likely they are to make a really big deal out of some insignificant shit like spacing on the meaning of the word audit. I was always considered really weird, and in my own world. Sometimes I was perceived as being stupid, to the point that in a parent-teacher conference I was recommended for special education by a new teacher early in 4th grade. However, I always scored very high on testing. I was bullied a lot, and only ever had a couple of friends. Since high school, I have made it a point to learn how to mask and talk shit better. I have found that there are gaps in my common knowledge, and my immediate recall of things without a memory trick sucks. But that is what a memory palace is for. I often do something similar, and what usually happens is that I will ask a question relevant to the topic and they call me dumb for not knowing. First of all, knowledge isn't the same as intelligence. Someone can be more intelligent than you and still have less knowledge. It just depends on their application and usage of the knowledge that they have. If intelligence was measured by the number of definitions to jargon words a person could memorize, we would all be considered stupid beyond comprehension. It's unrealistic to think that people who are smart will know every single definition or phrase or have all the answers to a question. If someone of average or below average intelligence and someone above average intelligence were asked to solve a problem given the same pieces of information, the person of above average intelligence would probably use this knowledge and approach the problem from different angles. The other person would probably use what they know, think about it a little bit and give up if the solution isn't within what they would consider their intellectual grasp. Basically, it's how you use and apply knowledge that makes you intelligent, not the knowledge itself. Alt-out, it is a significant advantage to have the knowledge at hand. Additionally, it's impossible to progress without using your intelligence and knowledge to create something new, which is what I think true genius is. Yes, because I overcomplicate things that are not complicated.